Tonight in Q Weekly, we're coming at you from the Astor Theatre to preview some highlights from a Melbourne queer institution. Yes, it's the Melbourne Queer Film Festival 2004, so sit back as we look at some of the highlights from the coming week's viewing. Hello once again and welcome to our Q Weekly Queer Film Festival 2004 special. I'm Alan, here with Harry and Stephen. Hi guys.
Hi, hello.
Hello. Seems like no time since we were here 12 months ago talking about this, doesn't it?
That's right. Astor Theatre.
We're here once again at the Astor, a gem in Melbourne cinematic crown and a big supporter to our community. And the opening night films played here of course. And we're here to talk about a fantastic lineup at this year's festival. One of the highlights of the festival every year is the Oz Shorts package, and this year's no exception. 7 wonderful shorts, and we had a chance to have a look at some of them.
I am disappointed. Everybody said I'm wrong, but I think I'm not wrong, because the nature leave women and men, and the woman and men have to be together, not men and men and women and women.
I think a standout for me would have to be Broken. Do you remember Broken?
Yes.
We'll refresh your memory. It was about a guy called Ted, Macedonian guy,
That's right, yeah.
raised in Australia by old guard parents, if you like.
Sure.
He, I think at that stage thought he didn't want to think about it. He just didn't want to understand it. As far as he was concerned, he's from the old world. This doesn't happen. If you are like this, you need to be put up against a wall and, eradicated. And end up taking this to a psychiatrist, finding what's wrong with you when there's nothing wrong with you. And who the hell wants to end up in a psychiatrist at the age of 13, to 18?
Ако до мене прашање зошто го прават тие, ти се щупе, луди се. Зошто та? Па не мора да биде тоа така. Не мора, не ходи правилно како што требе. Нека си има жена, ама не живе. Добро, не живеам. Живеам година, 2, 3, ќе си имам дечиња, 1, 2. Како било, главно ќе бидам. Па ќе имам нешто, после моја смрт, ќе имаш нешто да оставиш.
And his dad, through illness decides, well, after 15 years of not talking with his son, he needs to communicate because he's dying, really. And what happens from that is quite interesting, how it's resolved. It's really quite lovely. Yeah.
It is that sort of clash of the old and new worlds, isn't it, really?
Yeah. It was a shame that the father had to be ill before he realised that he really ought to be talking to his son.
15 years in Russia?
Not 15.
Long time.
Nearly, long time, yeah.
Zašto сега se sporiš?
Listen, let's see, I love him. He's my son. You can't.
A great look at the issue that gays face in multicultural families. Broken, directed by Tony Radefsky. Another one of the Oz shorts that I really liked was one called Rock Pool.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I didn't mind it. If you like your films artistic, shall we say.
Yeah. It was an existentialist type movie for me.
Was it?
And
That's too many syllables for me.
And the water symbolism.
I sort of found myself seeing the theme of cleansing. The ocean being such a powerful and cleansing thing, and I have quite an affinity for the ocean, but I think she was being cleansed of that sort of religious fundamentalist upbringing. Did you see that?
Yes, the flashbacks.
The baptism, and that look of insanity in her father's eyes, and then he had the gall to come along later and say she's crazy. Well, I think she was being cleansed of that past, really. And exercising that past.
I like that little bit with the suitcase opening.
She's on a journey somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
That's Rock Pool, directed by Lynn Kirkenar. Filmed in Wollongong, actually. I have to say it's the nicest depiction of the Wollongong seaside I've seen. There was an eclectic bunch in the Oz Shorts this year. A couple of documentaries, one called Think Positive, shuttled between San Francisco and Sydney with Tobin Saunders, aka Vanessa Wagner, talking from the Sydney perspective. And he also featured in another one called Reality Bent, a look at good old reality TV and its effect on the queer community.
I know what you're alluding to. I think that you are obviously, I know that you're alluding to the Johnny Rotten thing. I don't feel that I was manipulated, but I do feel that the media probably manipulated the general public in the sense that they created a person who is not me in any level at all. And I just feel that was a little bit disappointing.
Well, now I know Johnny personally. I mean, Johnny's nothing like he was portrayed in that show. But, you know, in saying that also, he also had a chance to stand up for himself the week after he was voted off, because I went up there and they interviewed us both about what Big Brother had done for the gay community. I was like, so you fucking guys have got to be fucking kidding. You've done nothing except fucking progress and perpetuate a stereotype. And Johnny had a chance to stand up for himself there and didn't. He could have put his foot down and said, yeah, you fucking portrayed me as looking like... he bought into the PR thing because he thought he was going to get work out of it.
Good old Ian, bless him.
Yeah, gosh, he's an expressive man, and you'll see why when you see this particular
Yes, he's got
film.
a very wide-ranging vocabulary, hasn't he?
I thought he knew a whole 2 words in that piece. Stereotype and flip. Anyway.
The flips word.
Bless his heart. Sydney gay rugby league icon, but also featuring Johnny Cass,
But he
Claire
was
from
sincere
Big
in
Brother.
what he said, don't you think?
Oh, said it with a lot of conviction.
Oh yeah, strong man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Very strong. That's the ever favourite Oz Shorts package. Final session of the festival, Sunday the 21st of March, 6:15pm at Acme. Get along and vote and see who wins in that one. And we'll be back right after this with a look at some other highlights from the Queer Film Festival.
Do you enjoy Bent TV? Do you watch it regularly? Or do you sometimes feel just watching isn't quite enough? Well then join us on the other side of the screen and volunteer for Bent TV. Help us make queer TV and have lots of fun on the way. You could work behind the camera on location or in the studio. Work with the gallery crew as a vision mixer, director, videotape operator or audio engineer. Make great friends and become part of the Bent TV family. They help bring interesting people and fun events into the homes of Melbourne. We want you.
So come along to our next volunteer induction day. It's on Saturday the 3rd of April at our Comics Lounge studios at 23 Errol Street, North Melbourne. It's at 11am, followed by lunch out with the team after taping. For further details, phone 9517 0125 or email us at benttv, that's benttv, all one word, at bigpond.com.
Will you be there?
And we're back, part 2 of our Q Weekly Queer Film Festival special 2004, and we are here. We say a big thank you to the fabulous Astle Cinema here in Melbourne, a big friend to our community, host of the opening night films at the Queer Film Festival, and their brand new calendar is out. Pop along and get it, and have a look at their website maybe, www.astor-theatre.com, or give them a call on 9510 14 14 for more details. Now, Stephen, you had a chance to have a look at a film called The MO of MI. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that?
Yes, it was actually something different for a change. I mean, we see a lot of films in the Melbourne Queer Film Festival, and they do tend to all cover similar sort of stories. So you have like coming out stories, and we have homophobic stories, and we have gay bashing stories.
HIV stories.
Yeah, that sort of thing. This is something really completely different. It's actually an American crime thriller where all the characters are gay or in a gay relationship.
Wow.
And it is really quite entertaining.
Told you it would work.
Yes, you did.
There you go. You doing okay?
And I'm telling you, the moment I laid eyes on that trash, I knew he was trouble.
What's your name?
Stephen.
Nice shirt.
Yeah. Thanks. Trade with a trip.
Let me guess, an actor?
How'd you know?
Small world.
And the story just goes spinning off, and you find a lot out about these guys that you didn't think that you would know about them.
Oh, I see.
And it's not all what it seems. And
A lot of red herrings in there.
a lot of red herrings, a lot of plots within plots, a lot of double crossing, things you find out about people that amaze you, and the ending is also very dramatic. So it's really worth seeing. It may appeal more to the gay men because there's a lot of male gay sexuality shown in there, but it's very quite.
This sounds very different.
It is different. You know, the actual the being gay thing wasn't the be all and end all of the story. So we weren't focusing on them coming out. We weren't focusing on the HIV.
It was almost incidental, was it?
It has a role to play in there, but the story is actually more about the crime thriller rather than the sexuality.
Okay.
So when's it on?
That is session 50, Thursday the 18th of March, 6:15 p.m, good old Acme, Federation Square, and it's followed by that classic ambiguously gay duo, the send-up of the crime heroes, you know, Batman and
And
Robin.
if anyone's there wondering what the MO of MI stands for, it's the modus operandi of male intimacy.
Oh, let's say, I might learn a thing or two.
Bueno, mamá, ¿cuándo vas a empezar a mentir con la edad, Yo ya lo hago. Bastante trabajo me ha costado llegar hasta aquí como para empezar a quitarme años.
Di que sí, además estás estupenda.
Porque soy feliz. ¿Será el amor?
¿Has ligado?
Bueno, no es exactamente un ligue. Estoy enamorada. Ahora mismo lo veréis.
Bueno, seguro que está como un quesito.
Chicas, os presento a Eliska. Venga, chicas, daros un beso, ¿no?
We move on to Spain, and my mother likes women.
The girlfriend's Eliska, and she's a Czech immigrant.
Yes. She's also a pianist.
And the mother has sponsored her to stay in the country.
And that's one of the very issues the daughter has about
The
this.
daughters
Where's
find-
the money going, Mum?
Understandable.
Yeah, the daughters find out, and
So is it a good watch, this one?
it's a good watch. Yeah, I mean, there's actually two plots running simultaneously in this one.
There's a lot more than two, actually.
There are two main ones, yes, because you've got the three daughters' reactions, but the main daughter reaction they focus on is Elvira, who's very hysterical.
She's got issues.
She's got issues. She's got issues with a psychiatrist, issues with her mother's sexuality, issues with her own sexuality, issues with her job. So she's got a few issues.
Yes.
And the story is basically how the girls, at first they try and get rid of this Czech immigrant, and then they will change their mind later on. But it's the story of how they get there that's quite interesting.
Caught into that sneaky little plan of theirs.
Yes.
Well,
And it's a great movie. It's lots of fun too.
sounds like it. It's won several awards in Europe and the US at film festivals.
Yeah,
so it must be.
it's a very entertaining film.
Okay, directed by Daniela Feherman and Ines Paris. My Mother Likes Women. Yeah, she doesn't really. That's the title. Anyway, from Spain to La France, the French contingent this year is called You'll Get Over It, You'll See. That's the full title, directed by Fabrice Cazeneuve, and it's sort of a new take on male teenage coming out, but with a few different dimensions.
Yes.
Ah ouais, t'as un rendez-vous. Ouais, j'ai un truc de prévu, c'est tout. Je sais pas si t'imagines ce que je suis obligé de faire pour venir te voir, ce que je dois inventer, moi.
Je t'oblige pas à venir, ok? C'est ta faute si t'arrives pas à dire à ta mère que t'es pédé, t'as qu'à t'en prendre qu'à toi-même.
Et moi j'y vais, salut. Ciao.
Bon, on y va?
Oui. Une espèce de gros pédé, je te conseille pas de m'embrouiller. T'en voudrais pas aucune mon pote par hasard. À un moment, toi, tu lâches, parce qu'il est pas de ta salace, t'as compris?
Attends mon gars, faut sortir le dimanche, hein. Tu devrais te poser 2 ou 3 questions là, sur ton pote.
Attends, qu'est-ce que tu veux dire là?
Moi, rien du tout.
Qu'est-ce que... Vas-y, allez.
Oh, vas-y.
Pars-toi.
Vas-y, bouge-toi, mais
Lâche-moi. Vas-y, tu te lui. Vas-y, barre ta gueule. Vas-y, bouge. Casse-toi. Casse-toi, sale pédé, casse-toi. Vas-y, dégage là.
Connard, va.
Vincent, il a quelque chose à vous dire. À quoi?
Qu'est-ce que tu veux nous dire? Moi, rien, n'importe quoi. Tu préfères sans moi qu'ils te disent?
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Mais rien. Mais dis-le. Laisse-le tranquille, maintenant, ça suffit.
S'il a quelque chose à dire, il est assez grand pour le dire tout seul.
Fils chéri, élève sur eux, le petit champion de natation, il est pédé.
Senti-nous quelque chose.
Alors, qu'est-ce qui se passe? Change d'avis, je me mets à la boxe.
Going over well-trodden ground, but there's a few nice touches. His parents' reaction, particularly his father, and they have a beautiful conversation where for the first time his father's felt able to say, I love you. And he says, I think maybe it's because it's the way you are, being gay.
Yes.
Whereas before, when I thought you were a butch bloke,
machismo.
I couldn't do that.
Well, I think that was reflected because you actually see the two different relationships the father has with his two sons, the straight son and the gay son. And I'd say the gay son's actually got the better relationship.
And that's ironic. The straight son was always the outcast, even after the gay son came out. And it just shows you the machismo barrier that's there often between fathers and sons. As soon as that barrier is released or removed, you see what happens. That bond strengthens.
Tu dois savoir, quoi que tu fasses, tu seras toujours mon fils. Tu pourras toujours compter sur moi. C'est pas facile à dire, parce que moi j'ai été élevé dans l'idée qu'un garçon ne parle pas de ses sentiments. D'ailleurs, j'ai dû vous transmettre ça. Enfin bref, j'ai décidé de faire un effort. Et puis justement, c'est peut-être parce que tu es ce que tu es que ça devient possible de dire ça. Je voudrais dire à mon fils que je l'aime.
So that's You'll Get Over It, Session 39, Tuesday the 16th of March, 6:15 p.m. at Acme Cinemas. Another worthwhile watch. And I think that's our bag for this year's Queer Film Festival.
Well, it's been great fun, thank you.
It has. Just a few highlights, just the tip of the iceberg. Myriad more, 1 week to go of the festival. So get along and book your tickets. You can go to www.melbournequeerfilm.com.au or give them a ring on 9827 2022. So thanks a lot, Stephen and Harriet, once again. It's becoming a habit, isn't it? We have to stop meeting like this.
We'll do this every year.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time in Q Weekly. Bye for now.
अब तू ही बता ना, शब्द से अंग्रेजी में क्या कहते हैं?
Queens, drag queens, darling.
ऐसे.
होठों में ऐसी बात में दबा के चली आई, खुल जाए वही बात तो दुहाई है दुहाई. अरे हाँ, बात जिसमें प्यार तो है, जहर भी है. हाय, होठों में ऐसी बात में दबा के चली आई, खुल जाए वही बात तो दुहाई है दुहाई